All right, stay with me. I come full circle on this. I don't say that something's undeniable, but it's difficult to deny these two facts. You're here. You're here on in life on this ball. Some people say life is meant to be lived. You're supposed to experience. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why we came. I have my own philosophies on it. That's for another time. Whether you think this is a simulation, accident, we were sent here, whatever the case may be, the fact is we're here. The second one, not to get dark or cynical, but it's a choice to stay. And I say that because there was a time I sat in my chair. I never wanted to hurt myself or wanted to do any harm to myself, but I was tired. I told my friend that I said my soul is tired. And I went to the VA for a checkup, and they ask you, are you suicidal? I'm like, no. And one of the questions was, do you ever wake up or do you ever feel like you don't want to wake up the next day? I say, I don't. I said no, but I'm like the answer resonated. The question resonated with me. I'm like, I don't feel like that, but some days I feel like not going on, and I know a lot of people feel that way, or you've had that thought. But I sat there and I'm trying to be rational. I said, well, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. So now what am I going to do about it? And I've had that same old question. What's my purpose? What's my passion? I think I'm above average on a lot of stuff, but I don't have like, what should I do? But I've always had this one small pulling, but I always had doubt. I always had self-doubt about it. And I think many of us do. We have something that resonates with us. It's calling us, I want to do this. I want to write a book. I want to be a healer. I want to practice this. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to, whatever it is, we get stuck in a comfortable situation and we don't move forward. And then bad things start happening to us. And, we say God or the universe is trying to teach us a lesson. It's not so much that there's a lesson, it's that they're trying to help us fulfill that desire. Now, I can give you a personal example. Now, I originally went to school for computers. I got my certifications, and while I was going to school to make ends meet, I took an assembly job because I was good at it. It was already something that I already knew how to do, that I was naturally good at, and the pay was based off of your productivity, and the schedule was flexible. Well, things happened, life happened, and I end up moving further into assembly, but I always wanted to get back out. And I talked to my buddy that I worked with, and we'd have a shitty day or something would go wrong. I said, this is the universe telling us it's time to move on. We're going to keep going through this Groundhog Day of these crappy days until we go do what we want to do. Now, you could probably relate to you're in a situation where it kind of keeps circling around. It's not so much, it's what's that saying? If you ask for patience, God doesn't give you patience. He puts you in a situation. It's not a lesson. It's kind of like you're asking for it. You're not doing it, so it's like they're giving you a kick in the butt and say, I'm going to keep making you uncomfortable until you move. So take a look deeper inside. It's just, and that's what prompted me to write my book, because all this stuff is going on in my head. I've achieved a lot of stuff. I've manifested a lot of stuff, and it just, it kind of fades. Stuff happens, and I'm like, sometimes I don't, I just couldn't remember certain things, and I start reading the books again, and so it comes down to four simple steps to get to where you're going. But if you're struggling, look at, is there something that you're wanting to do that you feel like is calling you, but you're denying it? That it might not be something that you do forever. But if that's what's sitting on your heart to go do, and life seems to be beating you up all around it, it's like, maybe you should figure out how to pursue it. I don't know. Let me know what you think.